language of the operating system. You have seen like that, right? It's all English now, right? All these everything is English, right? If you can type in a different language if you add a keyboard, but the display language should be in a different language. You can pick your language. So you need something called a language pack that probably you can get it from an update or you can download it. You have to download from the internet, have to copy it, then you can change it. See, if I do change display language, okay, install and install language, right? Same. So install display languages. We don't have. You actually have. You can browse. If you have downloaded the file, you can browse and you can change it. You don't have it. So use any language of your choice. The language that you can read, so that you can reset it back, right? Any language of your choice, change your operating system language. You can download from internet. So when you download, you will be searching for language pack. Okay, display language pack for Windows 7. What is it? 64-bit, right? Windows 7 64-bit. See? Everything changed. Now the ancient language but not efficient. You see, what to do, there are a lot of letters needed.
What language is
This is Tamil.
that?
Tamil. If you think about old Egyptian languages, what was it called? All those languages are dead languages, like Greek. No, they are dead languages. And this one, very old, still people use. But not efficient, comparing Arabic. So what you can write in one line in Arabic, this may take 4 lines. Because the characters are big.
Indian language and what's in the Windows. All that and
Some things it cannot translate. See, you don't just say it, just missing to because those are real English terms. There is nothing called snip. See, the moment I change the display language, the machine is showing contents differently.
That.
Working concepts. Very simple terms. So regarding networking. So far we have seen what are the options inside of the operating system, right? So when it comes to a network, network means group of computers, right?
Yes.
So you can scope it in two ways: intranet and internet. Intranet is basically the LAN. Okay, intranet means LAN, local area network. That is a network of a single office building, okay, single company, school, okay. So that's LAN. Okay, or a network of a single organization, okay, individual organization. That's intranet. Internet, in other words, internet is actually a WAN. Okay, there may be many types of WAN. There are many types of WANs. Internet is a public WAN. Okay, maybe there may be other types of WAN. Okay, maybe a company has its own, or maybe a group of companies they have a WAN among them. It's not allowed for public, like US government they have their own WAN. Okay, that is also a WAN, but internet is a public WAN. Okay, which covers a lot of countries around the world. So based on the scope. Domain means group of something, okay, group of computers. In case of network, group of computers, group of devices. Okay, so you can give a name to the group. Okay, and you can add people to the group, add computers to the group. That's called domain. Okay, domain means group. FTP, file transfer protocol. Protocol. Okay, so you have protocols. Now there are many protocols. There are hundreds of protocols. But basically, protocol means programs. Programs which enable communication between computers. Okay, now there are different types of communications. Okay, maybe you are downloading, right? So that's a communication between client and server. Maybe you are streaming video. That's a type of communication. Maybe you are sending or receiving emails. Maybe you are chatting. Maybe you are playing games. So there are different types of communications. Based on the type of communication, you have different types of protocols. So protocols, basically, they are the rules, okay, which tell the computers how to communicate. Because computers are basically machines, right? You have to tell them how to communicate. That's what it is. Okay, specific part of softwares, application softwares, which enable for communication. So we have FTP. These are some of the basic protocols for file transfer. If you're transferring files, let's say you're doing downloading or uploading. Okay, so normally we do download upload, but basically it's a file transfer. It's basically like a copy paste. Then this protocol acts or helps, does the job. For browsing, HTTP, HTTPS. You're familiar with this, right? So the browser uses it. Internet, this we saw. ISP. Who is your ISP here? It's a company who provides internet, right? Network can be wired, wireless. Work group, that is also a term. That's a Windows term. In Windows, you have basically two things. You can have a domain or a work group. Okay. If you want to establish a domain, you should have a Windows server operating system. Now we are using Windows 7, Windows 8. They are client operating systems. Okay. So there are two kinds of operating systems. No matter which company you take, Windows or Mac or Linux, Have you used Ubuntu Linux? Ubuntu. So that is a client operating system. You have server version of that also. Okay. So in Windows, now in case of Windows, you have Windows Server 2008, 2012, 2016. Okay, you can install them and you can make a domain. So it's like the head of the group, and he will have the permission to control all computers. Now if you think about our AppTech here, we have a domain here. AppTech image. Okay. That's our name of the domain. So actually this is control. There is a server. Now actually you are doing DS, right? So DS is the server where the domain is installed. We call it domain controller. Okay. Who is controlling the domain is domain controller. So DS is the domain controller. We will study these things when you come to the Windows server part. Okay. But in order to make the work group, you don't need a central server. Anyone can make a work group. Any client can make a work group, just like a WhatsApp group. Anyone can make a group and people can join that group. Okay. I think I showed you, right? You can create a password, you can give the password to others to join the group. We call it home group, right? Similarly, work group is also same. You have home group. If you are using home network, these are the different network profiles that we saw. We are giving work group as its domain. Work group is simple, easy to arrange, no knowledge needed at all. Disadvantages: it must set up account as well as password for every machine. It's not centralized. Okay, it's not centralized. Domain, it is centralized. You can make users and you can add computers, users. There is something called Active Directory. The directory you can add anything you want. It's centralizing. There are many different advantages. Okay, these are just simple points. When you come to that portion, you will know. Maybe even simple things. You just want to send some updates to all computers. You can just do it. You can write a script or something, and every computer gets that updates. Centralized control. We saw how to share folders, right? You did share a folder, right? Did you map drive? Know what is mapping drive? Okay, try this. Try this on the host itself. Let's say you want to map a network drive. Network drive means do it on the host, because we don't have network in VMware. If you go to the Explorer, if you go to this Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 7 also similar. You go to the computer tab, you have seen map network drive. Map network drive. You can give a drive letter if you want, SD or whatever. You can give the share. Now you have access only to student, right? The ds/ds/student. You have access only to student. And you can finish. It may ask you the credential. If it asks the credential, you give the the username is student, no password. So now you will have a Z drive. So you don't have to. That's simple. You don't have to type /s. You can just go here and Z drive. So Z drive is DS student now. Like this, you can map different places. You can make a shortcut of this to the desktop. That is sent to this. Create shortcut. It will go to the desktop. You have a shortcut to DS.
How do you do it?
Just right click on that. There is create shortcut.
There's no shortcut. How do you map?
Map here. You have the option here. The computer tab. Map network drive. It is sent to w/ds/student.
70867. Every time I left.
I told you about this proxy setting, right? That's something you can do in the Internet Explorer. You go to the LAN settings. You can give the proxy server. So you'll get the internet through that computer, not directly. Actually, you can try this, but right now, this is. If you want to try this, you can do something like this. Like if you have two computers, like one is server, the other one is client. The one in which you are doing this is the client. Right? And on the server, I think you have to install some proxy softwares. So the server has to give the connection. It has to listen to the connections that you have to download. But it's okay.
Like hotspot sheet.
No, that is hotspot is actually client for you. So think about the server of the hotspot. That is giving you connection. So there it will have it's basically client server software, right?
Okay.
So it will have a client end and a server end.
It has to constantly run.
Yeah. It has to listen to the client. Only then the client can contact. If it's not listening, then well, it's okay. Now nobody uses this thing. Remote desktop. You know what is remote desktop, right?
Yeah, we tried that when I
First year.
first year.
First year you tried, okay. So you can try it here also in Windows. Just try each other's computers. If I do remote desktop, you just give the other person's computer name or IP address. Then it won't ask the password. But if you do each other, it will log out. Right? Let's say BTR3-PC15. Okay, BTR3-PC15. I think that's the PC, right? I don't know. So first of all, remote desktop has to be enabled on that computer. Okay, it's by default. I think it's enabled in Windows 8. If you want to enable it, you go to System Properties. That is Windows key and pause break. You go to the System Properties, then you see Remote Settings is there. In here, it's a don't allow for me. So it should be allowed here. It should be like this. Then only you can connect to the other computer. Otherwise, you can't. So that particular computer should allow remote desktop.
Connect. BTR.
PC3.update.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Try this.
I don't know. In third year, you should not come as, I mean, second year, you should not come as this way as
Oh, see, that's different. Straight.
Oh shit.
Hey, wait, that three that
Ask him if he's
BTR.
Parehas nagtatanong. O yung ano mo na na. It's asking for password.
No, but give the password of this computer.
Oh, there.
No, not Apex, another account, administrator. The password of this. This is the remote, right?
It's yeah.
Okay, this okay. You log in as like this dot slash like this. PC2, right?
PC.
PC3. Okay, whatever. Try. No. So if you are doing, so by default what it was happening was, if I will show you. By default, okay, you did apt-tech BH. So it was using the server's credential. So don't give this apt-tech BH. Okay, now you just give administrator and so when you connect, this one gets logged out, right?
Yeah.
But if what if both people have to work? You should also be seeing this. Should also be seeing it.
Like it's changed.
No, it's like simultaneous work. Both people should work. Now only one person can work. When he logs on this, when you log in, it will disconnect. Remote desktop will disconnect. So both have to work together. Means when he connects, it should not disconnect. That you can also work, he can also work.
It's already possible here, right?
Ah,
You
it's-
don't need any extra.
You need some other software for that. There are lot of softwares like Team. You can even do online. There is TeamViewer, which is mostly used. TeamViewer is there, but TeamViewer it will take time to download. Try this. There is an easy one. Called Annie. Try this one, Annie. It's a simple one.
Admin.
So both should be working same. It should not disconnect. Let's say you want to remotely shut down a machine. Remotely shut down a machine. So for TeamViewer, you have to know the password and all, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I want to remotely shut down a machine. Shut down. The command is shut down. If you want to shut down your computer, you shut down /F/H. Okay, this if you do this, it will shut down your computer. Okay, but you do -I, shut down -I. And you can add a computer. Let's say VTR. Let's mess up some other classes. VTR2 let's try VTR3. Okay, you can do any computer name. You know. Then what do you want? You want to restart or shut down? You can do that.
Shut down.
But we need to know the password, the IP address, yeah?
IP address or name? Anything like that.
BC.
You don't have to want them. Click OK. It will shut down.
Shutdown -I. Shutdown -I. Is that the command?
You have to log means connect to that computer, but right now you all have the same credentials, right? Like you.
Yes.
So it's giving me access data. That's because you should connect to the computer like this. VTR2 demo like this. If it is giving access denied, you first connect like this. Or you can give the credential from here. This is for giving the credential, okay? Okay, then you can give the password. Then you press enter. Then you can do shutdown. If you are getting access denied, because you have to give the first you have to give the password for that computer. I think the command is down. No, wait, the command is down. Just a second.
Thank you.
Okay, just give me some second.
Is right. You just have to give the password here. Like this. Then you give the credential. Then you can do shutdown that side. Net use / whichever computer you can give the name or IP address / user. The username, password. Then shutdown -I. Then you can add that computer. don't do BTR2 demo, okay? I'm just showing you. You try each other's computer. Now in your case, credential may not be needed because you all have the same username password. It won't show you access denied. Just try. If it shows access denied, then you can add like this. The password would be BTR at 150. Again, it's access denied. And then let me log in from here itself. BTR2 dash 10. Let me see how this. Yeah, log in. If the other computer is in the domain, you have to give the domain credential. Not that this is local credential. You have to give the domain credential. Try with your computers if it doesn't work. But I will not give you the domain password. Because all these computers are added in the domain. So you have to give the server's administrative level password, not that computer's password, administrative password. So you have local administrator and server administrator. Right now this is local administrator. It's not shutting down, right? Okay, I will show you your computer. I will not show you the password. BTR3 PC15, right?
Yeah.
I have added a credential, I cleared it. -I add BTR3-PC15. No warning. Okay, restart.
Oh, good. It's working.
Wow. You need the credential.
Chicken production.